Welcome to Ferry's Film Vault, the show that gives you random film reviews through my perspective, which is most definitely not true for this current episode. And let me explain why. So a couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to attend the very first Toronto Animation Arts Festival International, also known as TAAFI, and a friend of mine came up with a great idea of doing an episode about it, which I did, and that's why we're here. Now please understand that this is very last minute. There was not much preparation done for it. I was totally winging it, borrowed whatever gear I could, and literally used a cell phone for a microphone. Not to mention my very first attempt at a real-time live venue doing interviews and etc. So please be lenient with the production quality and content of this episode if it didn't seem up to par. Feels like I'm already begging for forgiveness even though you guys haven't even seen it. Is that weird?
I'm here in Toronto's downtown core at TAAFI, attending the North American premiere of Ronal The Barbarian, which is a 3D animation feature film made from Denmark. Since I'm here, why don't we start interviewing some people, shall we? Come on, let's go. So I'm here with the co-founder of TAAFI, Dan McAvoy. Thank you for spending some time with us.
You're welcome.
So can you tell us what's TAAFI all about?
Yes. So TAAFI is the Toronto Animation Arts Festival International. Should I look at you? I'm going to keep looking at you, the camera. And it's basically Toronto's first major animation festival.
Can you tell us more about Ronal The Barbarian and what made you choose this film as the opening act for the festival?
Sure, yeah. So what we're trying to do with TAAFI is make sure that we're getting what we'd like to think is high-quality, mainstream style animation that you might not see in common distribution, especially international stuff, to really kind of expose people to interesting animation that's out there that's not necessarily esoteric or I guess, a little more artistically oriented. This is something that you'd probably see in a big screen somewhere. It just hasn't had a chance to get here. So Ronal really kind of hit the nail for us, where it was like really high impact visuals, really funny storytelling, racy kind of content. We wanted to show people it's not about, kids shows. And at the same time, it's international, and we want to make sure we have a big international component.
Okay, so I heard in this festival there's some special guests and workshops as well. Yep. Can you tell us more about that?
So we have John Chris Felucci here, who's probably in the audience tonight. And he's going to be doing actually keynote tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., which hopefully everyone makes it out to, because there's a big party tonight. We also have, and he's doing actually sessions throughout the weekends. We have Academy Award winner Chris Landis doing a session on facial animation. We've got Charlie Bonifacio, who did Mulan, who's the animator of Mulan, and now an animator in Toronto, very successful, and he's going to be doing some animation classes. So we're just kind of running the gamut when it comes to workshops and panels on the state of the industry, on how music is made, on how to get your idea pitched, and kind of interspersed with it, all that is actually a lot of content. So we got over 100 short animations.
All right, so be sure to check TAAFI out. Since we're here, why don't we get more info about TAAFI?
I'm just working with the organizers. I'm moderating one screening tomorrow night. That's for a movie called Rock and Roll, which was made here in Canada. It came out in 1983. It was made by Nelvana. It was their first feature-length film. It had never been done in Canada before. A fully produced in Canada animated feature in English, and it basically failed at the box office, and yet it found its way onto HBO and Showtime in the States, found its way on CBC, and people found the film, and it found a cult following. So after almost 30 years, it's getting screened at the Toronto Film Festival building, which is where it got its first screening, was through the Toronto Film Festival. So it's coming home.
So what brought you to TAAFI?
It was just right in downtown, and I was excited to see first animation film festival in Toronto. So I wanted to check it out.
So have you ever heard of Ronal The Barbarian?
I saw the trailer. I haven't heard of the movie itself, but trailer looks really good.
So I guess you're really looking forward to this film.
Oh yeah, I am. A lot of fair words, a lot of adult films. I heard it's 18 plus, I guess. So I think it's the first animation film for the adult audience, not for the young ones.
Interesting. What are you looking to get out of this festival?
A lot of good workshops. Looking at rock and roll for the first time because Nirvana made it. So I want to look at that, and that's it.
Do you know of any special guests like John Kay, who may run and Stimpy coming here?
I tried to get tickets to his workshop, but it's already full. I think he's a lot in demand, so I'm not getting in this time.
Don't worry, I'm sure he'll be coming back.
Strength, courage, fearlessness. These traits were Kron's gifts to our people. But first and foremost, it is Kron's blood which makes us barbarians, the greatest warriors in all of Metalonia. Come on.
Barbarians, man.
Going out on a quest is more about having big balls rather than big muscles. Once you show you're a real man, questing is fun, and crushing the enemy is easy.
And now what the hell is that? Uncle?
Promise me you'll save the others.
What?
Promise me! Promise me!
Howdy, Albert, Bard. I am tickled pink to join ya.
I have 2 rules for this trip. 1, this is not a quest. And 2, if we ever see anything that is even remotely quest-like, we'll absolutely go around it.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
They're Amazons! We elves don't need any sleep.
Hey, Elric!
How about a little dance?
Babes, balls, and muscles in 3D for the whole family!
That's really it.
Shh. Shh. Let me penetrate your aura.
Why?
Korma lindua kaelia.
So what do you think of the film overall?
Well, I thought they did some great stuff with the 3D. It's kind of nice to see animation in 3D coming out from outside North America, which is always good. It's also nice to see that they're making a film that can kind of get dirty and naughty and have some fun. Sometimes I thought, like, well, we're doing it all the time. Maybe, lay off some of the swear word jokes. I don't care. It's just like, it went for the cheap laugh a little too much now and then. At the same time, there were some really good laughs in there, too.
That's true. Which was your favorite scene?
Actually, I really like the end credits. The singing skulls at the end are great. What else is really good? I think sneaking into the tower, the Elven Tower, was a pretty good sequence.
So what do you think of the film overall?
This is what I was expecting. I thought it was really great. I think a lot more adult animation movies need to be made.
So would you actually prefer this sort of film to be made? Like R-rated, not for children, for definitely demographic towards adults?
Yes. I think I would go to either way.
So what do you think of Ronal The Barbarian? It's an awesome movie, different from what you see in theaters nowadays. It's hospital, the swearing, it's different compared to what you see nowadays. So do you actually prefer this sort of R-rated 3D animated feature? Would you like this sort of films to be made more? Well, yeah, I would like to see more of this kind of, films, because if you think about it, there's not many, right? So I think it will be something interesting to see. Did you actually know that this is a feature film from Denmark? No, I didn't. It's actually the first time I'm actually hearing from it. Okay. So, overall, what would you rate this film? I give it a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Pretty good. That's a pretty good rating. All right. There you have it, folks. The people have spoken. Ferry reporting from TAAFI, out.
And as my doppelganger flat out said, this current episode is reaching its culmination. I know that the festival is over by the time this episode is released, but hey, from my experience at the event, it seems like next year's TAAFI would be something to look forward to. So be sure to check it out at this link if you want to know more, since I did have a blast. It's pretty funny actually that it was a 3D animated feature film that I attended at this festival, and I'm going to be doing another one of those for the next review. Oh, teaser! A shout out thank you to those people who helped me out in any way, shape or form for this to happen. I know who you are, so I'm giving all of you a digital hug right now. Don't forget to post any sort of comments you might have below, as usual. really curious as to what you have to say about this particular episode. And if you like the show, show us some love and support by subscribing. It's just one click away, so you'll be up to date with whatever's going on with the show. But that's it. I'll see you at the next review.